Hey there, bromigos, how's it going, brofist? Welcome to the part 3 of the day, 20 days of gold making. Today we're discussing about tips and tricks of gold making and what you should, what got me started and how it can help you to actually build up your gold farming to a better level, let's say. And if you haven't watched the goals or the previous part, basically part 1 and part 2, make sure to check it out because it's highly related to this one. So you just click on the screen. Somewhere I'll put those links for those who are on mobile or something. The links you can find in the description. However, guys, let's move on. So first thing that I want to cover is professions in the game. People are I don't know how can I say it, ignoring professions in this expansion because they said, alright, it's not that proficient in this expansion except for farming, maybe like tailoring. But guys, I have made like, I don't know, maybe like 30-40% of my gold out of professions. Why and how? Well, first of all, what I do, it's actually go and pick up one profession that I think it will be cool, like, I don't know, inscription or leatherworking. I level it up. I have a guide about that. If you haven't watched the guides, just go and click somewhere on the screen, of course, and I have a guide about professions. So, level up your professions. First of all, Legion is coming. The new expansion will offer some new stuffs for the professions, so it will be really important to have professions in the new expansions, and also it is important right now. When you level up your profession, guys, what I have done before, before TSM existed and before everything existed, and even if now when TSM exists, it's just showing me some random number, right? Craft this item, the materials cost this much, the profit you're gonna make is this much. Well, sometimes I don't really trust those numbers because, the market price is, let's say, I don't know, like some gray sword. I craft some gray sword and it's saying, alright, this sword is 3000 gold, the materials cost 20 gold, you're gonna make 2800 or whatever. So I don't really trust those numbers because not always are accurate. So what I'm doing is just first, when I level up profession, when I learn all the recipes, I go and item by item I'm checking for potential crafts, so potential important crafts. I open up a notepad and I write all the potential good crafts in a notepad, like let's say a long great sword of the bronze of the age of the kings or whatever it's fucking called. You just put that in a notepad, then go search through, check out the materials. Alright, primal fire is that much, this is that much, alright, so this is, maybe it's profitable, maybe it will be later more, so just write it down, and every time you're trying to you're leveling a profession, you do that. And when you have like a database of your favorite items that you want to craft and give you like good profit and it sells fast, you will always relate to that list. I always have a list of that stuff, like fell steel long blade, I don't know, like ghost forged stuffs, from like, I have a really long list. I don't want to name all the items, but and that list helps me a lot. So that will be the first tip, guys. When you level up profession, unless you're really good with TSM and you know what the numbers are saying and you know what's behind those numbers, then you would like to go this way because it's a lot faster, a lot more reliable. And it's really convenient. It's not, it doesn't really take much time, the whole profession takes like 10-15 minutes to level up, and this takes like 30 minutes, and those 30 minutes will save you up time and time in the future. So that will be the first stuff. Second thing of this video will be auction house. So people think that everything is about, alright, I'm gonna go and kill mobs and auction house. I don't really want to mess up with because I don't understand what the auction house is, So I'm just wondering myself, what the hell is holding you from knowing what the auction house is? Because it's not really that big of a deal, guys. It's a freaking frame that has a lot of items, couple buttons to press, and GG, Everything has its own price. It's really easy to understand the auction house. It's really easy to learn it. So when we talk about the auction house, I would say, guys, learn Trade Skill Master. I have a guide about that. There it is. Make sure to learn it. It's really important, especially new expansion is coming. You're gonna need the sniper option from it, you're gonna need the shopping option from it, you're gonna need the posting option from it, I mean, why in the bloody hell someone would like to post auctions 30 minutes, pressing item by item, search the price, press post, when you can do like search, scan auctions and everything will be posted from your bags on auction house with one fucking click. So I don't know why people would do that. Because they think that TSM it's really hard. Guys, trust me, when I was first learning the Trade Skill Master as an add-on, it was hard. It wasn't the easiest thing that I've learned, like the easiest add-on I've learned. But what I've learned oh my god, you know, that when like one secret door opened for me and the new world came in, you know, and fucking swallowed me. Gold making, you cannot imagine gold making without auction. I mean, you can go and farm vendor shit, you're gonna get like 2k per hour, something we were getting in like the Burning Crusade. And it's not current, like when a gold cap is 10 million gold and you're earning 2000 gold, you know how much time it takes to actually be one of the big guys? I mean, if you want to be that. I don't want to be that, I don't keep my gold. But for those who want to have a lot of gold, auction house learning is a really important stuff. So learn TSM and learn the auction house, how auction house work, what is bid price, what is buyout price, what's the time, how much is the deposit, how much percentage is the deposit, how much is the cut of the auction house, 5%, 10%, whatever. Learn those numbers, go wow wiki, I don't even know, there are lots of sources, just search Google and learn that stuff. That was the second tip from me. The third tip, it's I'm gonna compare actually the auction house versus trade. This is really important stuff because I've been earning a lot of gold with this, you know. So when expansion is coming, when one expansion is going away, you will always want to look an eye with one eye on the trade chat 24/7. You know, like when you're playing the game, you always want to have trade chat on a visible spot. So when someone says, "Alright, willing to sell, I don't know, 1 million Feldblight for 5 gold each," and you know that on auction house those are 30 gold each. Well, why would you not buy those stuffs and just post them on auction house? I mean, that's like free, I don't know, like 5k, 3k, 1k, 10k. What I've done millions practically during my time playing World of Warcraft, which is for the past, like, I don't know, like 12 years maybe, I don't know. And I've practically done millions just by using the trade chat and selling on auction house, or buying from auction house and selling on trade chat. If I find like one item on auction house, like I find, I don't know, I found Hias in Macau back in the days when it was like 10-15k. I found Hias in Macau, which is a pet, on auction house for like 1000 gold. I bought it and I started posting on auction house. I didn't care about the full price, you know. I didn't want to sell it for 10-15k, but I bought it for 1 and I sold it for like 5-6k on trade chat. So, and that happened in minutes, you know. I just posting, willing to sell here in Macau. Alright man, I will give you 1k, sorry no. I'll give you 2k, sorry no. I'll give you 10k, sorry no. You know, like 10k probably yes, but you know, they were whispering me. So I sold it for 5-6k because I felt, you know, I've done the gold in minutes, and I didn't want to wait on auction house for weeks and weeks until someone comes and post it, buy it. So just remember, auction house versus trade. Just take a notepad or just bookmark this video and come always to check out these things because they are really important to gold making. So the next thing that I will say is the fourth, pretty much the fourth tip. It's about farming. So guys, when you're farming, just remember, I've seen so many people coming on the chat on Twitch when I'm streaming, or so many people coming on the YouTube channel and posting comments. Hey man, how can I don't know how can I farm, like I'm farming there, I go in 15 minutes and nothing drops for me. I go there 5 minutes and it's bad. And guys, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes is not farming, you know, forget about that stuff. When you go to farm something, it's irrelevant what it is, like even if it's keys in Vale, if it's some transmog in AQ20 or whatever you're gonna farm, just remember, you have to have a plan. Without a plan, without a goal, without a plan, it's nothing. Like, you don't go to farm, you're just going to mess around there, just check out how the mobs are looking like, whether the soil it's yellow or brown or whatever. That's what you're doing, you know, it's not farming. If you want to farm, God, this fucking mosque, man, I hate this. It's like fucking Tarzan. Anyway, when you go, you need to have a plan. I mean, guys, honestly, I don't know how can you go and farm 15 minutes. First of all, you cannot check statistical data based on 15 minutes farming. If you want to go and farm and check out how much keys Vale is dropping for you, you need to spend not 1, 2, 3 hours there so you can make statistical sample, alright? Because 1 hour you're gonna get 20 keys, the next hour you're gonna make 40. How much you gonna say? It's 30? No, it's 25. It's not 30. You will not say 35. I mean, you need to go 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours in order to make statistical data. And you need to make a plan. So, I need to get Glorious Leg Plates. So, let's do this. Glorious Leg Plates is 60,000 gold on auction house. Cool. In order to get Glorious Leg Plates, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to AQ20 for 3 hours. If it's not dropping for 3 hours, then I'm going to find a place Because theoretically, if you farm for 6 hours, right, 10k an hour, you're getting 60k. So basically, if you go farm somewhere 6 hours, you can buy those off auction house, and you have to farm 20 hours for the glorious leg plates. But if you want to try your luck, then you're gonna go 1 hour, 2 hours in glorious leg plates. If not, then you go and farm gold and buy them off auction house. Because if it not drops for for 2 hours, it's pointless to go to farm 10 hours, 15 hours. You cannot really expect, like, alright, I'm gonna go 5.5 hours, you know, and the next half hour I'm gonna start farming gold. That's not how it works, because if you already wasted 5.5 hours and you got nothing, I mean, what's the point of going more? Like, honestly, you need to have a plan, guys. Remember, farming is planning, it's not just going and killing mobs. So that's the fourth, fifth, I don't know. Yeah, and like really important sentence I want to say here that actually drives me a lot when I'm actually farming, it's, guys, be consistent and never give up. Even if sometimes it's hard, you know, like I went Vale and I was farming 1 million gold in 7 days. Sorry, in 10 days. I made it in 8. That was the challenge on the stream, you know. I need to farm 3,000 keys. I did it in 10 days, and I needed to farm 1 million gold in loot item value in 10 days as well. But I've done it in 8 because I don't know, I was crazy. Because I've had a plan and I didn't give up. You know, some days I needed to farm like 250, 300, you know, keys, 400 keys a day. You know, that required for me 14, 15 hours of farming a day. And you know, you need to make a plan and be consistent to that plan. That's what I was saying, you know. Just make, alright, it's 3,000 keys in 10 days. 10 days. I need to make 350 keys a day, not 300. Because if something happens, if my stomach starts hurts and I cannot get out of the toilet, I cannot farm till today, those 300 keys this day will not happen, you know. You're gonna need to go and farm 400 or 500 one day, which will be really heavy. So you need to have 350 a day. You know, if something happened, you already have reserve of like 200 extra keys. So what you need to do is like farm extra 100 key to fill up the reserves. So you need to be consistent to your plan and never give up to what you have planned, you know. Just remember that. And also, guys, the most important thing of all that I have said previously, learn the game. Like, not really learn the game, how to press the buttons. Learn the game theoretically. What the item serves for, you know, like what mode of fire does. Alright, mode of fire. 10 modes of fire make primal fire. What primal fire is used for? It's a crafting material. It's a trading good, you know. You can use it in lots of professions. It has certain price. You can do this, you can do that, you know. Just go you know, golden lotus or whatever on Wowhead. Use Wowhead, use Google, use YouTube, whatever you can. Currently we have resources, we have information, guys. So use that stuff and research the game, especially if you want for, let's say, alright, I want to buy Sky Golem. What do I need for Sky Golem? Is it worth buying it? Do I have engineering? Let's go on a Wowhead and find out how this thing is made. You know, maybe I can pay someone for the cooldown, give him the materials, and I buy it for like 3k less, you know. Just remember, research, learn the game theoretically, because that is how I do researches, that is how I make guides. I go on Wowhead and search for items. If I find some items that is coming from a weird source that have never been mentioned, or is there any weird spot that has never been mentioned, high density of mobs, and those mobs have some interesting items to drop, I make a guide about that. I go test out that stuff. If it's good, I make a guide about it and I share it with you. So that's how I make my my content, and I would encourage you to also go and use those information in your benefit and actually benefit a lot from them, because it's really important to know the game theoretically that you're playing. So that was the last thing I wanted to mention, guys, here. If I missed something, or if I said something, or mispronounced something, I probably mispronounced a lot, but it doesn't matter. If I said something wrong that you think is wrong, or it's not right, or it can be done better, or if I said something good that helped you, please let me know down in the comments. And if you have any tip that I have not mentioned, also put it down so people can actually see, so the Bromigos here can actually learn something from you as well, and you contribute to the community. Sleep happier, be good in the God's eye, and go into heaven or whatever. Like, fuck. Anyway, I don't really believe in gods, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. You've been amazing. Love you much. Hopefully this thing helped you out. Make sure to subscribe for the next part. It's coming up probably tomorrow. It's down below the button subscribe. You can also find link in the description, or you can click somewhere on the screen and check out the previous parts and like the video, and see you in the next one, guys. You've been cool, and stay cool. Brofist. Listen to your parents, be good boys, and over and off.